All right, first and foremost, Coach Downs, it seems as though you've got some really good numbers this year. Are you surprised by the amount of kids, or are you sort of expecting that, this being your third year?
Well, amazingly, this is my third year in a row, 73 kids in camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, this camp we came with 60, and then it was 65, and its numbers worked its way up to 73 last night.
What's the energy like at practice right now?
Well, outstanding. We got some new talent in, and we got some beef up front. Some skill guys can really go, so the boys are really excited.
We'll talk about the beef up front, the new guys in, the skill guys in a minute. Last year, you all make it to 500, go 5-5, and had what in Riverside standards the last few years was an incredible season. How do you build on that momentum?
The kids are excited about it. They see the potential, see the possibility. They know, they recognize the games that got away from us last year and how close we were. And we know just replacing a few of those pieces, I mean, we were one game away from the playoffs last year. So they know what it takes now, they know what it looks like, and they want it.
Let's talk offense because that has really been, or a change in offense, really the key to the change in the Riverside program the last couple of years. How many starters do you have coming back? Who do you see as sort of the standouts? And I know we're still early in practice, but the standouts for the upcoming season.
Well, starters coming back. We got J.J. McAlston, played over Z for 2 years in a row, so he's a 3-year starter now. Chris Howard, 2-year starter. Tight end, Avery Cagle, 2-year starter. And that's really it coming back from last year. We had a backup guard, Imite, that was a starter for part of the season. So we really have 3 returning starters coming back. But we've got some quality guys that were subs last year and some new guys that come in as really fit this offense.
You talk about the new guys. Give me some names and what makes them, you have a glow about you when you talk about these new guys, especially at skill position. So what is it about them?
Well, we got a guy named Tariq Holmes. Tariq runs a 4.4. He can absolutely fly. My other guys are fast, but he really runs a 4.4. And this is not a coach timing, a 39-yard 40. This guy's really fast. Got a kid named Zeke Chester, sophomore in. He's blazing, great ball skills. We got Carlos Wade, kid from down from Gwinnett County. It just gives us options. And we got a kid named Malik Falk. Tremendous change of direction. Is actually son of Marshall Falk, Hall of Fame Marshall Falk. And Malik is another offensive weapon. So we got offensive weapons galore. And the question was, would we have a line that would protect our new quarterback?
And do you?
Well, our new quarterback is Hunter Sims. Hunter's from he lives right here in Gainesville. He came to us in the spring. He's a tremendous talent, dual threat. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball. He's a good leader. Offensive line-wise, totally revamped. Last year, I'd say our offensive line averaged about 190 pounds. This offensive line is averaging about 240 pounds. We got a left tackle that's 6'4", 250, a right tackle that's 6'3 and a half, 260. Got a center that's 230. We got both guards over 230 pounds. And then we got 2 freshman tackles in. One that's 6'2", 260, another one that's 6'1", 250. So it's a lot of options there. So I believe we have enough up front. We ran a scheme before that didn't require a tremendous offensive line play, but with this group, hopefully it improves our running game and we continue our passing success we had last year.
Schematics, what is the offensive scheme for you this year?
We run a spread. We run a spread, we run a lot of zone read, a lot of bubbles, a lot of screens, and we throw it deep as well. And sort of pick your poison, you know.
Does Hunter, your new quarterback, Hunter Sims, does he have the same, you said dual threat, but does he have the same read recognition as his family member Blake once did?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, let's talk about defense. First of all, what scheme are you running, and is that speed that you talked about on offense going to help you out
I sure
on
hope.
defense? Yeah.
We're going to run a 3-3-5 this year, you know, because typically we don't have a lot of bigs. We want to put all these athletes on the field to run, but you still got to have a strong interior. And with some of those big guys, Emmanuel McNeil, he's from South Carolina, 6'4", 250, 1 tackle. The other side, Elijah Watson, sophomore, 6'3 and a half, 250, nose tackle. We got Fleming, he's about 220 pounds. All these guys can really run. They're strong, they've got good size, but they can really run. But I'm really excited about our middle backer, Cole Garcia, coming from Florida, 6'2", 235, can really bring it. We're putting C.J. Howard at one of the other stack backers. C.J. Howard, 6'1", 205, runs a 4.5 40. We got guys that can run. Imite went to NUC camp this year, ran a 4.59. He's 6 foot, 208 pounds. And then outside, of course, we got McAlston, we got Falk, you know, Tariq Holmes outside, and we got a lot of subs. Got a kid named McGinnis, want to play outside linebacker. We got options. You know, hopefully this year we can two-platoon where guys aren't going both ways, and we just got to decide, you know, put those best players on defense, and look, I think we can go.
One game away from the playoffs last year, and more than anything, it showed you can compete.
Absolutely.
Even with talent that not necessarily was of the level that it is this year.
Yeah.
And now you talk excitedly about your teams regardless, but there's a new air about you this year. And let's talk about that competition that you're going to see in region play. And is it a goal? Do you see yourself, your team, going for a region title?
Well, you know, Washington Wilkes won a region last year, and absolutely they're big and they're strong and they have a tremendous tradition. The question was, we had skilled guys. We know from track season that our guys can run with their guys, our guys can catch. The question, they're so big. Mm-hmm. Could we even try to match up with them? And we did for a little while last year, and then they wore us down. And we weren't as disciplined. Hopefully we're more disciplined this year with the upfront size. It allows us to play ball with them longer. And actually, we scored the most points from anybody in the region on Washington Wilkes. We scored more points than anybody on the region against Jefferson. Jefferson has moved out, opens up an opportunity. But don't fall asleep. Got Raven County up the road. You never know what Coach Shaw is going to have. You know, he runs a tremendous system. He's a great coach, and sure, he's going to have some new players in there. But they're the other team that is high up in our region that we're shooting for. So we're shooting for them, and if we're shooting for them, I know everybody's shooting as well. But that's what we're really concerned about.
Lessons learned from year one. It showed in year two. Lessons learned from year two. What is going to be seen in year three?
You know, year two. Obviously, we made some changes. We brought in some key pieces. This year, we looked at where we needed things, and we sort of didn't just sit back and watch what was coming to the school. And we actively went out and met kids. You know, really the best thing is when you have kids on your team that want to be around you, they go out and find other players that are interested. You know, some kids that may not have good grades where they were, some kids that might have been from a bad home situation. Kids like that we can help as a school, but kids like that want to play ball, want an opportunity, and they got to buy into the whole thing here. The military, the discipline, the academics, and the school will say, you know what, we want to help these kids out. These kids need this place, and those kids have come in and embraced it. And we have some other kids that come in from summer school that we just sort of bonded right in our team. So we got 35 new boys that we're trying to mold together in a team, and a total of 73 right now. It's a lot of work. But what I learned from last year versus this year, as a staff, I learned this from Bruce Miller, the 5 Ps. You know, it's like poor planning prevents, proper planning prevents poor performance.
Nice.
That's right, the 5 Ps. If we plan properly, prepare properly, prepare early, it prevents poor performance. And that's really the key. We prepare early. We start early as we can. We laid it out for our kids. And I think the planning is going to be the difference.
Well, if last year is any indication, I can't wait to see what happens this year improvement-wise and with your team. It's always great talking to you.